World and Paralympic champions, you think that they're going to have scoring charts. Even if this event is a great leveler, they're going to have more firepower than the United States could cope with the ball.
I mean, you just saw Brad Ness there. He's an absolute presence
Canada
in the paint.
on the offensive.
If he gets in
Richard Peter with that attempt. Bywater tries to bring it away.
He doesn't need a second chance to score.
All right, we're underway. No quarter given between these sides as ever. And immediately it's Australia on the attack. Sean Norris, one of their big players who's got some terrific stats already in this event. And he looks to get the early points on the board for his side.
That 2-point shot.
Been impressive throughout this event, Sean Norris.
Yeah, well, USA have actually set the game to overtime versus Germany, which they unfortunately lost, shooting over 50%, which is always good. And he's also good
out of 6 for the home side.
Finding the open man.
Started badly though.
To get that
Coach not at all happy with that defeat to Germany, and don't forget, of course, they played Canada and America, knowing that they've already went down by 70 to 54. I wouldn't say outclassed, but they had a big score of 65-49 put on them by this Australian side. Both teams are moving through into the paint. Brad Ness, the man in the mix. Canada's chance to get some points on the board. Jerry Johnson
bumped by, just stroked Jim Waller's shoulder
1 out
there
of 2 so far.
On his way up as he tried to tilt to get to the shot free. He's sandwiched now.
Trayvon Jennifer, the American number 8, paying a lot of attention to him. And the United States will come away. Stephen Serio, one of their impressive players in previous games, looking for an opening in the middle. Inside the paint is the big number 9.
Great drive from Serio. Likes that back Waller for the first 5 of the game.
William Waller's the man inside the paint. Plays his basketball for the Cleveland Cavs in Cleveland, Ohio,
nice look from
in the United States. Here comes Ness again, number 15. I tell you what, he's a big old unit for the team in white, the home side.
Once he gets that ball up top,
attempted pass to
and he's against the guard. He's not got much challenge and usually gets the 2 points.
What can America do about some of the big name players like Justin Eason? You can see there, number 4 north of England, and the big number 15 who just scored. What is their game plan going to be?
I think they have to get on Australia early. I don't think the full
mopping up, and he sets off John Hall again.
Get him on the halfway like they do now. Push him out wide.
Pressure them further up the court.
Yeah, force that outside shot. That's what they want. It's a low percentage shot, and they've got a good outside shooter in Justin Everson. But if you get hands to that shot, it's always difficult. So he doesn't have to set himself. He can keep it up high.
4-2. United States lead, but Australia immediately back to on the attack. It's the big man Ness again with his second basket of the day for Australia.
Very confident start from Big Brad.
Bywater to come away.
You can see him getting into double figures in this game quite easily.
I came across Brad Ness and Justin Eason in the village. Tremendous turn of pace by Ian a few days ago. Getting into their big men, I've got to say.
Yeah,
we're looking up to them.
Yeah, foul call for.
I think Ness is one of the biggest players I've seen in this event.
Yeah, let's just say you can get a very sore neck if you.
Richard Peter of British Columbia. Joseph Chambers, who's not on the pitch yet, on the court yet. He's another big fella for the United States. Has a go himself. Big rangy player, but
just inside the 3-point line. Nice Norris there. Great start from Great Britain. They want to keep this up. It's always a difficult skill to master when you're learning the game, tilting your chair. The chair is like your own body. You've got to use it to your advantage.
Agonising. So effectively you're going back on yourself if you're under the basket. Back up to within 2 points. Richard Peter for the Canadian side.
Tilting is a skill used by most forwards to just try and get over that defensive hand so they can get a flick through, a nice flick of the wrist to pop the ball
to John Hall. And as well as the skill, it's dealing with the pressure that you're put on. Is it a game plan, Nate, for Great Britain that are always being some of these shots from just outside the paint?
Not just the hands, well, like I said, John Hall in the earlier games likes that shot on the 45-degree angle. I was in the game, hands on wheels. He's very good at his job there, and it's one of the options. GB has also, Abdi Jammer, as you saw, scored the first points of the game. He can actually come round the top. The United States. He can't find a way in and he can't find a pick to stroke in.
Australia will
2
come
points
away
for GB.
through the aforementioned Waterson, John Hall.
Not that time though.
Not that time from Abdi Jama. From the Wolves Rhinos crowd at the North Greenwich Arena. Yeah. And love this sort of play by Northwest of England. It's going to get even louder.
Do not give him that free shot. Do not give him that free shot. Get a man out to him. Don't give him time.
He's a monster from the free shots, is he?
Yes, he scored. Like I said before, I saw him hit 3 against Poland, and he's got some range.
You've spoken to Anderson. What's he like? William Waller for the States.
I spoke to him. He's a very calm guy. Like you would say, Iceman before competition. Like nothing bothers him. He's very good with the fans. He knows like if you say able-bodied basketball, Michael Jordan, they'll say wheelchair basketball, Patrick Anderson.
It's already looking a formidable performance by
gets a lot
the
of fan mail
side. 6 points up.
Replies to most of them.
Inside 4.5 minutes. We'll take the time
he was focusing on his
going to be doing most of the talking
time.
He's going to be Jim
he just said
Bennett,
he enjoys music. I think now he's back at basketball and he's aiming for that gold medal. Australian coach will just relax his guys, say
to Australia 4 years ago. Richard Peter is having a good opening few minutes for the Canadian side.
There's been some great drives by Steve Serio, the man who was coached in Illinois, the famous basketball, catches it. And you can see his experience just from being just puts it back in. So I think they want a lot more from Steve Serio and players like Jason Mills.
Players as well on the American roster who play their basketball outside of the States. Steve Serio plays in Germany for Frankfurt. Sagar inside. Matt Scott, who plays in Turkey for Galatasaray.
Yeah, Eurocup winner in fact. Francis,
I think Boone was the cry from
this year.
He's the big number 8 for the United States.
The GB bench. And he's also a recognisable face if you watch any night commercials.
And we haven't seen Richard Peter again. Josh Turek of the United States plays his basketball in Spain.
Yeah, I saw him play against Turkey. It was a very good game. Strong inside the paint. Shot he made in the paint behind that screen shot set for him outside. He's been very cold. Yeah, very good play. You will see him on the floor.
Not a good player in the game.
There's Terry on the other hand.
They're going to have to keep a very good close eye on. Already made 6 points for Australia in this game. 4 points so far for Terry Bywater.
Try and force them wide. Try and let them northeast of England. Defensive end now.
This is Waller for the USA. Fine player, got to say. Like a lot of his teammates.
James Hardy with the shot
singing.
there.
We heard the national anthem earlier.
Yeah, they're not too good. The booming Bulldogs. Yeah, they like to call themselves the GB Bulldogs. Hear them roar, but hopefully they can play some good, solid team basketball. They actually lead Canada. Well, they're actually level with Canada on team assists. He's got the hot hand in this early stage of the game. And that's what I like to stat they'll need to keep up in this game if they're in that space. Forget about the loss in the group stage and progress today.
Sergio just talking about him. When it comes to total field goals in the Paralympics so far, inside the paint, the percentage charts. Great Britain second.
Also
Canada level second with them on that 50.4%.
Holding the ball up high, showing no fear.
Adding the 2 a lot with statistics.
Great drive by
the numbers say these teams can be very close. Big difference, of course, is the performance of the big names.
Yeah, well, as you saw from the top scorers list, Terry's actually matching Anderson in triple figures, like 107, 149.
Lade for the States, number 6.
He had a fantastic game against Japan, scoring Canada's first 23 points on his own in a 29-point effort.
I was told a while ago, Nate, that quite amazing. These chairs, which cost the best part of Bywater, though, having an inside game for the half grand, can sometimes not last too long, given the pounding they get at this level.
Yeah, they do take some hard hits. I was lucky enough to get sponsored for mine when I was playing. Very good chair, very useful tool, very important tool, so you don't want that damage.
Tristan Knowles is on for Australia, the number 9. Brad Ness taking a breather.
Control his chair
on these sidelines.
Yeah, they want to give him a rest. They don't want to tire him out too quickly.
Peter.
Great decision by the Australian coach.
Jason Nelms 6 points for Richard Peter. The States looking on the far side for Waller. The other thing that we should mention as well, that if you haven't seen a lot of wheelchair basketball before, is that the likes of Jim Glatch are not only judging it away tactics, but they've also got to get the number of points per player, the classification points right as well, because each player, am I right in saying, is given a point score depending on their disability.
Yeah, well, if I use myself, isn't it? Sean Norris is a 3. I play as a 2.5. No more than 14 points, otherwise it's a technical foul. If a technical foul is called, the team gets a shot at basket and possession for a brief moment.
Is this something that Glatch is going to be thinking of himself, or is his backup staff sort of saying, hang on, can't put this player on at this time? Basketball
I think coaches at this level are very mathematical with their players. They know their players inside out. So you rarely see in an international game a technical foul call because the coach has miscalculated the points.
Michael Harnett with 2 points for Australia, got a 14-6 lead.
He's actually, you can see the rapidness in the first quarter. Pushes his chair. He's one of the fastest players on the floor, as you can see. He moves
Eveson finding
so
Harnett
eloquently there, picking for Terry because they know he's around the court in a matter of seconds. So if he finds an open teammate, he will pass it on. That's the sign of a good player. Not just always thinking about yourself, adding 2 points, but trying to find that other option that will post points on the scoreboard and create a scoring run.
Jerry Johnson for Canada. Simmons is on for Australia. The
basket count.
Number 11, Yannick Blair's gone off. Trayvon Jennifer on as well for the United States.
Here,
this is Tristan Knowles for Australia.
He was called for the foul.
Ian
Sagar, sorry. Just stroking him on the arm.
Down he was by Jason Nelms. So as you were saying,
right on the edge,
keeping him at distance if you possibly can. But I guess the problem comes if you close him down, he's going to lay it off to somebody else.
Lay it off on somebody else, or experienced players like Sean Norris will spot opportunity, a pick and roll. There's an offensive tackle using basketball where the player gets behind the defender and then the offensive player makes a run. So the defender is stopped to get trapped, and then that creates a disadvantage. Johnny Pollock, some would say GB's talisman, makes points is what coaches will tell their players. The last 3 games in Sydney.
USA staying on the coattails of this talented Australian side. Jason Nelms, 2 points outside the paint, but this is Eveson again. Big man makes it look easy.
Just found the gap there. In between
Jerry
Nelms
Johnson
and,
taking a breather. Terry Bywater is replaced as well. Justin Eveson plays for the Be Active Perth Wildcats in Perth in Australia. We've got some great team names. Bill Latham plays for the Spinning Bullets of Brisbane.
They love their names, the Aussies.
Paul Schulter is with the Orlando Magic. There's a famous basketball name from Orlando in Florida, the number 14 for the United States.
Well, most of the wheelchair basketball teams in the States are adopted from the NBA teams. The backboard, even on the Basketball Association. Addy racing up the floor.
Tristan Knowles, the number 9 for Australia, plays for the Wollongong Roller Hawks. Pike up on this side, Pollock on this side too.
That's a pretty good name. Pretty hard to say as well.
Yeah, I won't try it again. 16-8 to Australia.
They don't want to let Canada get too far
ahead.
Towards the end of the first quarter, just 46 on the clock, and certainly an encouraging opening period for Murray Tressider's side.
Yeah, they've certainly got the game plan right here. They've got the outside shots. They're looking for Ian Sagar early on.
Yannick Blair as well.
Converted valuable points for the team.
Simon Munn is on. Number 8, another veteran player. Schulter looking for an opening. Nelms looking inside to Josh Turek.
They had a good inside look there, but it was just too high for Turek to get a hand to compose himself.
Bo Hedges, number 6, to Anderson, Turek, number 12, Getafe in Madrid in Spain. Anderson storming games so far. Looking for space. And that's a good basket on the far side.
Foul. Basket count.
Tristan Knowles, the number 9.
And just give David Engel a little
10-point
nudge there.
deficit.
as he came through, clipped him.
Simon Munn it was with the personal foul on David Eng, Canadian number 15. Knowles coming together with Trayvon. Canada 5 clear. Jennifer.
I think Knowles was called for a blocking foul there, just cutting off the path to the basket made by Trayvon Jennifer.
Something that they're pretty hot on penalising.
Yeah, you can't cut that path off. You can't stop the player moving that chair in any way.
Saskia, well, so far so good for Australia. 18 points to 8 they lead at the end of the first quarter. United States 10 down and with a lot of work to do, but is it fair to say that the game plan for the United States is not entirely working for Jim Glatch?
No, they're getting the looks inside, like I said to Turek, they're working, picks make points, as I said, but it's just not, it's all about converting those chances.
It's worth a
it is
chance
definitely
of 3
all about
for Patrick Anderson.
Those buckets.
But so far, encouraging start for the home side. 21-16. Had we spoken a minute ago, GB coach looking on. Only 2 down.
Did he really?
Encouraging for Great Britain.
Very good start. Very